Everybody's coughing. Don't give me that look. Matt was coughing just the same, Colleen. And I hear everybody else out there coughing. Everyone's like, oh no, coughing. It's cold. There's pollen outside. Stupid weather, though, isn't it? On Tuesday, it was sunny and 75 and nice breeze, and now it's rainy and cold. And anyway. So, I think the moral of the first reading is that older brothers are the worst. I can say that as the youngest, because though my older brothers never tried to kill me or sell me into slavery, they certainly weren't nice to me. But if we look at kind of the parallels between the first reading and the gospel, here we've got Joseph and his amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat that his father gave him, and the older siblings are all jealous and angry. How come Dad loves him more than us? And story old as time, so they devise this little plan. Let's kill him. No, let's just throw him in a pit. Hey, look, there's some Ishmaelites. Let's sell them into slavery. That's a good, more humane thing to do. So that's what they do. And in the gospel reading, we have the parable of the vineyard owner, and it's this summary really of Israel, the prophets, and whereby God sends the prophets to Israel. They don't listen to the prophets. They stone the prophets. They kill the prophets. They reject the prophets. And finally, God decides, I'm going to send my own son, and they don't even listen to him. And as Jesus is telling this parable to the Pharisees, they say, oh yeah, he's going to put those wretched men to a wretched death. And then Jesus says the kingdom is going to be taken away from those people, right? It's going to be taken away from you. It's going to be taken away from Israel. It's going to be taken away from the Jews. And it's going to be given over to the Gentiles. It's going to be given over to those who accept and follow me. And so a lot of times we think we kind of hold on to our earthly power or what we have here in front of us, but in the end, it's going to be taken away. Only those of us that are faithful to God, only those of us that are doing His will, are going to be able to follow Him into eternity. And then as headstrong as the Pharisees and the scribes are, where Jesus has told this parable that basically ends with, you're going to try to kill me, at the end they say, and though they were attempting to arrest him, right? They wanted to arrest him for telling this parable that basically told the truth. This is what you guys are doing. This is what's going to happen. This is how it's going to end. You're wrong, so we're going to arrest you. We're going to do exactly what you said you're going to do. But they didn't, because the crowds respected him as a prophet. And so in our own lives, we recognize that the plan of God is for us to reject the ways of the world. The plan of God is for us to set aside our own will. The plan of God is for us to do His will, to follow after Him. It's not for us to be like the brothers of Joseph. It's not for us to be like the Pharisees. But it's for us to recognize God has given me what I have here and now. He's given me my talents, my skills, my gifts, my whatever it is that I can do, and I need to do it for Him, not for myself, right? It can be as simple as our hobbies, right? If your hobby is woodworking, don't do woodworking so that you can say, look at this grand thing that I did. Do woodworking so that you can glorify God. If your hobby is sewing, do you like to sew, Colleen? You do, really? Okay. When you sew, do you sew for your own vainglory or do you sew for God? Perfect answer. I don't know why y'all sit in the front row. Yeah. But whatever it is that we do, we ought to do it to give glory to God. And so as we continue this Mass and we continue in this time of Lent, let us recognize that as we step back, as we do penance, as we increase our prayer, that it's an opportunity for us to direct all that we do toward God.